Blog Talk Radio.
Gentlemen, welcome to the realm of the truly bizarre.
A guy in this town has got one 12 inches long. If you like one that size, something must be wrong. That's too much weenie for a bun to take, and you're bound to end up with the bellyache. Ha!
Hello, Queen.
I'm the cute one.
Yeah. Let's get naked.
My, it's a big one.
What's going on in there?
Let's just say I take up a lot of cyberspace.
Arg, mateys, welcome tonight to Bytes on today being International Talk Like a Pirate Day, September 19th, 2014. Our topic for tonight is going to be Bronies and Pegasisters. Don't have any shout-outs for tonight, and I am not going to spend the whole episode talking like that, so you can rest your minds there. I don't think I could if I wanted to. Okay, I don't have any shout-outs tonight. Daniel, you got shout-outs? Daniel?
I think we lost him.
Okay, sorry. It was, my phone was actually muted. Random of the day. Okay. Yeah, shout-outs for Tyler, and shout-outs to My Little Pony. As I'm going to get killed tonight because I said that.
Lord, help me now.
David, you got any shout-outs tonight?
None tonight.
Okay. All right, like I said, the topic for tonight's episode is Bronies and Pegasisters, and before we really get into it, I'm going to give you a little background on the whole My Little Pony phenomenon. I actually was almost late for work last week doing research on this. But My Little Pony started in 1982 with the first line as dolls. Started off as dolls before anything else. Then the first television series didn't start for 4 years later and ran from 1986 to 1987. Mm-hmm. The second generation, or the Friendship Garden Ponies, was a total flop in the U.S. and was canceled in 1999 after only having a one-season run. The third generation was launched in 2003. Then in 2009, Hasbro limited the ponies to only 7 redesigned main characters known as the Core 7. Those were Cheery Lee, Tula-Rula, Pinkie Pie, who's still around, Rainbow Dash, who's still around, Scootaloo, Sweetie Belle, and Star Song. Now, there were actually adult viewers back in the third generation, and that's why they went with the Core 7, and some of the toys were actually designed more for adult collectors than they were for children. Then Generation 4, which is the current incarnation, began in 2010, and this generation, or Friendship is Magic, is what really brought the whole adults, and they took on the name Bronies and Pegasisters at that time, and it has actually become its own fandom. So that's the background history. Anybody got anything else?
The long extensive background, as we must all say to afterwards.
Okay. And like I said, Tyler, if that's you in the chat room, you feel welcome to chime in with your comments and stuff. I can see what you're typing in the chat room, so we can actually interact with each other through that way, since you can't actually call in, I'm assuming so. Anyways, alrighty. As I was saying before the show, it's come to my attention that a lot of a lot, some, probably even a lot, but definitely not all, of the female fans actually prefer to be referred to as bronies and actually get rather indignant if you refer to them as a Pegasister. But then there are others that actually prefer the term Pegasister because they are female and not male. So that's just, I don't know if that's all part of the women's lib equal rights thing, or if it's just gender fluidity. They're saying the term brony is gender neutral, or I don't know. I wish we could get some actual bronies and Pegasisters to call in and comment on this and give us their input. So
we could always ask
Daniel?
why Donovan is not calling in.
Well, whatever. He's probably having issues at home.
Yeah, because he kind of voted in for this one where it's like, where's our brony when we need one?
Exactly. Actually, isn't he in the middle of moving right now? Or trying to move?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is trying to move, but not very exactly. But we need to get back to the subject. Pegasisters, brownies, how wonderful they are. What the My Little Ponies are. What characters are your favorites?
Actually, I find most of the local bronies to be highly annoying and are the reason that I hate bronies in My Little Pony so much. So,
I actually know some brownies. They actually are younger. They're like 15, 16, 14, 13, 12. Well, they're very interesting. Very energetic a little bit. Some are not. Some actually are pretty negative. Like, they will slit your throat before you speak.
Now, the show is actually designed for little kids, actually little girls, to be specific, but that's neither here nor there. David, you got any input?
Only thing I could say is I watched I only watched one episode with my mother, and my mother fell in love with it and watched it, and now she doesn't even watch the program now because she doesn't even know it exists again. But if she found out that it was back on, my life would be a living,
Oh, Duncan. Welcome to the show, Duncan. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Are you, Duncan? Are you a brony? I'm not sure. I haven't seen you in so long, so I don't know what you're into and stuff these days. So, but yeah, David, my condolences that you have a Pegasister for a mother.
Lord help me.
Yeah. No, listening in to find out a bit about it. Okay. Well, like I was saying, I wish we could get some actual bronies to call in and talk to us. It'd be great if I could get Ashley to call in. But
hold up. I may know someone. I may.
Yeah.
We're holding for our dear lives now.
Why not ask Alexis?
She can't call in. And I don't know how well the chat room functions on a mobile device.
Oh, Tyra's on a mobile device.
Okay.
I've got one. Hold up.
You may need an actual computer to use the chat room, so I don't know. Duncan, are you on mobile or actual PC? Okay, he's on PC, so yeah. I don't know how well this thing will work on mobile device. On a tablet, it might be okay, but I don't know about a phone. Like I said, I wish I could get Ashley to call in on it, but I don't even see her.
Okay, thank God my sister is not actually a brownie. She does like My Little Pony things, but she's technically is not called a brownie or a Pegasister because she's not that super big a fan of it. She just likes it a little bit.
Okay, she's not. She just likes it. She's not into the fandom portion.
Yeah, because some of her friends are in the fandom portion. Saying like, maybe Indigo would actually know a little bit about this because technically she might venture into that side a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, right now I don't know if she's actually being busy working or just driving around saying all to the world.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
My
Sparkle.
the biggest problem that I've had with the whole brony thing is they tend to be very in your face with it, and I can okay, be quiet, Discord. I can handle just about any fandom there is. I mean, I'm in multiple fandoms myself, and I can get along with most other fandoms as long as they are not right in my face with it and constantly pony this, pony that. I mean, it's, you like it, fine, but don't go shoving it in my face. You know, it's the same way with religions. You know, I'm very tolerant of other religions as long as they're not shoving it in my face. Anybody else? I mean, it's wide open.
No, we can always talk about the pony that cuts off all for brains. The pony that wants your brains.
There's a zombie pony? I may like this now.
Wow.
Duncan, feel free to ask questions or make comments. I mean, sometimes we don't have enough to talk about on ourselves and rely on listeners and people in the chat room to make comments that we can in turn comment on. So.
Are we very serious that we do not have enough to talk about since my mouth runs more than both of your mouths combined?
Yeah, but you also tend to wander way off into left field quite a bit.
The left field, the right field.
Either one of you able to find us a brony that can come in and talk? I'm showing Donovan as being online mobile.
Okay, so Tyler said, I believe that the stepping stone for the Bronies community was the Peggies, and the modern music that they included in the 4th season of My Little Pony.
Well, like I said, there were bronies or adult fans before Friendship is Magic, before the 4th gen, but they didn't actually come into the forefront and into the public view until 4th generation, until after 2010.
Unfortunately.
Donovan just spoke up.
That's right. That's right, Duncan. You're going to the Geek Fest in Sheffield tomorrow. Actually, I don't know. We might pop over there tomorrow. I don't know. Because if nothing else, I need to pop over there and give Leia a big hug.
Okay. So. Here's some. We got Applejack here. We got Pinkie Pie, Twilight Sparkles, Rainbow Dash.
Get out of my shed.
Yeah, that's the one that actually went for the brains.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Maybe she was trying to find one for herself. Oh. You're right. I haven't seen you since y'all got married, and it's very likely you may run into some bronies over there at Geek Fest. In fact, you may run into one of the local ones that they've gone over there. He's got a full Rainbow Dash? Yeah, Rainbow Dash brony costume, pony suit. I won't even honor them with calling them fursuits. They're pony suits.
Okay. Applejack is a female Earth pony and one of the main characters of My Little Pony. Friendship is Magic. And works at a Sweet Apple Acres with her grandmother.
Sweet Apple Acres, yeah, it's an orchard.
Guys, I just got information that Donovan is a brony.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm surrounded. All right, as Mufasa would, or not Mufasa, but Scar would say, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Oh wow!
Or as what's his name? Spaceballs. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Okay, Tyler was a bit of a brownie, but that's what he has said. He said he only can communicate by Skype for some odd reason. I'm not very sure, but I'm repeating what he said.
If he doesn't have any, and if he doesn't have any Skype credits, he can't use it as a regular phone.
Yeah. But his device won't let him talk or be on camera, so somewhat weird because it's an older
Skype.
model.
Yeah, because Skype is how I'm actually called into the show right now, is through Skype. I mean, $3 a month, unlimited calling. Hey, it's well worth it. It's cheaper than having an actual phone. The only problem is nobody can call in, which sometimes is not always a bad thing.
Okay, should I go with one of the characters, or should I just say,
What do you mean?
Got Spike.
Now, Spike is cool. I love
Spike
a little stoner dragon.
Yeah.
I actually love that little stoner dragon. Spike is cool.
And Skype is magical.
Now, since I don't watch the show, does Tyler watch the show? Does he keep up with it?
I'm not very sure. If I get something from him, I'll actually say it.
Tyler, if you're listening,
yes.
Do you actually keep up with the show?
Yes, he has.
Okay. Have they brought any of the sea ponies in yet?
No.
They have not brought any of the water ponies back in yet. Okay.
No, not that I know of.
Okay, because back in the second, and I think there were some in the third gen too, they had some sea ponies. I didn't know if they brought any of those back for fourth gen or not.
Nope.
So, and yes, I found out while I was doing my research that there is actually a new My Little Pony movie due out later this month. I think it was this month. May have been this month or maybe later. Sometime this year, in the remainder of this year, there is supposed to be a new My Little Pony movie coming out.
Well, we actually do have a character name in My Little Pony called Discord.
Yes.
Okay. Should I explain more, or should I just go on? Because you got the Diamond Dog. There's a whole bunch of different characters.
Yeah, well, we're not really here to discuss the characters as we are the Brony/Pegasister phenomenon. That's why we really need a Brony or a Pegasister to come in.
I'm trying to get one now. I've got one online right now on Messenger right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to...
Even if they can't actually call in, they can, if they can participate in the chat room, that would be great. Or even be listening in and communicate through one of you two.
Okay, I've got. Donovan's asking for the number.
He doesn't have. Okay, phone number to call in if you want to actually call into the show and talk with us is 347-945-7065. And I do apologize for not giving that number earlier. We have about 11 minutes left to go. So once again, if you didn't get it, it's 347-945-7065 to call in and join us here on Wolf Bytes Radio, talking about the Bronies and Pegasister phenomenon. You're going to need to do it quick, because we have like 10 minutes left in the show.
So,
I've got him. I've sent him the number.
Okay, so Tyler actually said the first My Little Pony movie was a disaster, and the Brownie community is hoping for the second one that will be better than the first one.
Okay. Now, when he says the first My Little Pony movie, is he actually are you actually talking about the first My Little Pony movie, or the one that came out, I think it was last year, Equestria Girls?
Give me a second. I'm waiting for a reply, sir.
Because from what I understand, this new movie that's coming out is a second Equestria Girls movie.
Equestria Girls last year, that one.
Okay, yeah, because there were a couple of My Little Pony movies prior to that involving the other generations.
Oh, Lordy, My Little Pony. What the heck are we going now? Okay, this is one of these episodes that we wish we had callers coming in that were Pegasisters and Brownies that were ranting and cussing us out 24/7.
Yeah.
Maybe not cussing us out, but at least something to stress in here. Tyler said the music was disastrous and the storyline was terrible as well.
Well, this next one fixing to come out, also being a Equestria Girls movie, you may get more of the same.
Hopefully not, because when they make movies, sometimes it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Especially when they try and convert books to movies, they always screw them up so badly. Now, the only real exception to that I've seen, now Steve Jackson's doing real good with the whole Hobbit series and Lord of the Rings series and stuff, because he actually took his time with it and stretched them out rather than trying to cram a whole book into one movie and stuff. Another one that actually did pretty good with the conversion process was Ender's Game. But I digress.
So the last My Little Pony movie actually had the villain was defeated in 5 minutes, and not a good plot at all. So basically, a horrible, terrible movie that you kept watching, your eyes would have just fell out.
Okay, the villain was the villain was defeated in the first 5 minutes of the movie, or it only took 5 minutes in the movie to defeat him?
Just 5 minutes. It took 5 minutes to defeat him.
Okay, at least they didn't try and do an hour-and-a-half long movie and defeat the villain in the first 5 minutes. That would have really been absolute worst movie ever made. It's like, okay, what do you do for the rest of the movie after that?
Why not they just make? What is it?
Maybe it's like Pirates of Penzance, and you sing and dance and wear tight, shiny pants.
Why don't we just save them the trouble for all the reviews they get for these movies and say, hey, why don't you just do My Little Pony Saga, where basically you show all the characters and explain every single character, and then you say, this is the end, get over it.
Okay, caller, welcome to Wolf Bytes. You got something you want to
Good morning.
put in on this?
Well, I'm not exactly sure where we left off. Unfortunately, situation at home. I'm sure just about everyone knows my situation. Yes.
We're talking.
Well,
have you been listening? Have you been listening to the show?
I haven't had a chance to, actually. Our cigarette injector broke today, and I had to go over to a friend's house to use their injector to roll my dad's smokes. So I've been doing that for the past few hours.
Okay, well, we are talking about Bronies and Pegasisters. Most recently, we're talking about the Equestria Girls movies, since there's a new one fixing to be coming out.
Yeah, we got 6 minutes, 30 seconds. We need to start moving.
Yep,
and Tyler said hi, Donovan.
Good morning.
So, yeah, since you're a Brony,
I haven't heard,
Donovan, what would you...
I haven't heard much about the new movie coming out, but I am looking forward to it.
Okay. Because apparently, since the last one was so poorly received, that the new one, people are kind of like, okay, they're keeping reservations about it. So what does, real quick, since we only have like 5 minutes left, what does Brony mean to you?
Well, in a lot of cases, and I'm going to touch base real quick on the last radio program I was a part of on furries. That's, in a lot of cases, that has some to do with it. We've been through that already, but being a Brony or a Pegasister actually adds kind of an extra a rather interesting layer to it, because of the simple fact that there is that, for lack of a better term, that element of camaraderie along with it, which follows a lot of the, I guess you could say, the teachings behind the elements of harmony. You know, so having kind of a base to run from or run to in terms of the elements of harmony and what they stand for, that does give it an appeal to Bronies and Pegasisters that I think is well received. It's just in a lot of cases misunderstood. Nobody understands it.
Yeah, and human nature means we hate what we don't understand. But have you run into any issues with females not disliking the term Pegasister?
I haven't run into any issues with that particular issue. They like it. Some people do. Some people don't. I've got friends that enjoy the show, but they don't consider themselves Bronies. They refuse to be labeled as such. But still, you know, they understand the concept. Yeah, they still understand the concept behind the elements of harmony, and they do still. In a lot of cases, it affects them just as much as a Brony or a Pegasister does.
Okay, Tyler actually has something to add here. Being a Brownie provides a escape from the harsh reality of our lives. Some things about the fantasy and cartoon life adults find comfort in.
Well, that, and I've also heard that the cartoon actually has a lot of hidden subtext that only adults would get.
That's very true.
I have yet to see any of it.
And apparently the sneak peek for the new movie that's coming out, that is out right now for a sneak peek of it. The music for the villain is so beautiful, as he said. And I guess it's a little bit of sarcasm.
Okay. Yeah, what you were saying, Donovan, that there's a lot of people that are Looney Tunes fans that are really big into Looney Tunes and stuff, but would not consider themselves furries, even though there's anthropomorphic characters that they're into, and thereby, by definition, makes them a furry. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, and there's a lot of misunderstanding with people receiving the furry community as well. So it doesn't just extend to Bronies and Pegasisters or people who enjoy My Little Pony. You know, there's a lot that's misunderstood both in the furry community and in the MLP community.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's furries that refuse to recognize the Bronies, and Bronies who refuse to recognize the furries, even though Bronies technically are a subset of the furry community.
Yes.
And Tyler said no sarcasm to the music, to the villain. So just
it's just like furries are a subset of anime, or actually, furries actually get their start in anime with all the cat girls and stuff.
Oh, yeah, good anime to watch is Dog Days. Actually, it has cats and dogs in it. And it's basically somewhat furry, but not exactly furry.
All right. We're down to the last 60 seconds. We have not, we're not going to say, since there was no voting or anything done this past week, next week's show is going to be kind of up in the air. We're probably going to talk about current events or whatever happens to be tickling the back of our minds next Friday night. So there's no telling what to be. If you want to get anybody wanting to get into the chat room is more than welcome to post something that they'd like to talk about or would like to hear us talk about. That would be fine. Or even post on our group. This show.
We can actually post something on Facebook and Wolf Bytes. If you guys keep up, you might see what's going to pop up for next Friday.
You can definitely count on me being on for that one.
Okay, and this show will be available on YouTube in about an hour and a half. Thank you, and good night.
All right. Good night.